How's it going, everybody? My name is LuckyBunz, and in today's video I'm going to be going through every single Pokemon that gives you bonus Stardust in Pokemon GO upon catching. So as always, before we go ahead and get started, if you guys do end up finding this video helpful and informative, please make sure to smash that like button down below. Helps me out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, let's go over the baseline for actually catching a Pokemon, which is going to be 100 Stardust upon completion. This is going to be for the base stage of a Pokemon, so there are going to be 3 different stages. We'll use Charizard as an example here. So Charmander is going to be the base stage, Charmeleon is going to be the second stage, and then Charizard is going to be the third stage. Now depending on which stage of Pokemon you catch, you are going to get awarded more Stardust. So for the second stage, you're actually going to get 300 Stardust instead of the 100 Stardust. And then for the third stage, you're going to get 500 Stardust instead of that 100 Stardust, so additionally 200 more and 400 more respectively. Now with that being said though, that is just going to be the base example for catching a Pokemon. This does not include the weather boost or the potential star piece that could be added on, which are both multipliers. So the star piece multiplier is going to be 1.5 times, and the weather boost multiplier is going to be 1.25 times. Now there is going to be a very specific formula that you have to follow in order to find out how much Stardust you're going to get per catch, depending on if you have the star piece and the weather boost going on. So the formula is going to be as follows. The base Stardust catch times the star piece multiplier and then times the weather boost multiplier. So for example, let's take the third stage evolution here. We're going to get 500 Stardust for catching that Pokemon times 1.5 times for the star piece, which is going to get us 750 Stardust. And then we times it again times 1.25 to get us 938 Stardust rounded up. Now let's say for example we didn't have the star piece ongoing. We're then just going to take the 500 Stardust that we get for catching the Pokemon times the weather boost, the 1.25, and that's going to get us 625 Stardust. So hopefully the math does make sense. If you guys are confused by any means, let me know in the comment section down below, but that is essentially how the weather bonus as well as the star piece multipliers work in Pokemon GO. Now with that being said, that is not specifically what I wanted to cover during this video, but I had to go over some of the general information first. Now we can actually dive on over to the 22 Pokemon that are going to award you bonus Stardust for catching them. So let's go ahead and run through that list right now. So first Pokemon is going to be the Paris evolution line. So first of all, Paris is going to award 500 Stardust upon catching it, and then Parasect, its evolution, is going to award 700 Stardust upon catching it. And then of course, if we combine the multipliers, we are going to get more Stardust if it was weather boosted, or if we had a star piece on, or even if we had both multipliers going at the same time. I'm going to go ahead and leave the calculations on screen in regards to the weather bonus as well as the star piece bonuses, but I'm just going to cover the base Stardust when I'm talking about these Pokemon. So feel free to pause at any point in time if you need to during this video. So the next Pokemon that we're going to talk about is going to be Kanto Meowth and Kanto Persian. So for Kanto Meowth, we're going to get 500 Stardust for catching it, and then for Kanto Persian, we're going to get 700 Stardust. Now for the Alolan forms, we're actually going to get a bit more. So for Alolan Meowth, we're going to get 750 Stardust for catching it, and then for Alolan Persian, we're going to get 950 Stardust. Now, we do actually have an Alolan Meowth Spotlight Hour coming up on September 28th this month. I'm going to give you guys a few tips and tricks at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. But let's go ahead and continue on with this list. So our next evolution line is going to be Shelder, which evolves into Cloyster. So if you catch Shelder in the wild, you're going to get 1000 Stardust, and if you catch Cloyster in the wild, you're going to get 1200 Stardust. Following the Shelder line, we're going to have the Staryu line next, which is going to award 750 Stardust for catching Staryu, and then 950 Stardust for catching Starmie. Following Staryu and Starmie, we're going to have Delibird, which is the featured Christmas Pokemon, which is most likely going to come back into rotation during December. This Pokemon is going to award 500 Stardust. Following Delibird, we're going to have Shroomish, which evolves into Breloom. Shroomish is going to give you 500 Stardust, and Breloom is going to give you 700 Stardust. After that, we're going to talk about Sableye here, which is going to give you 750 Stardust. The Halloween event is right around the corner, and if it's anything like the past few years, Sableye is going to be spawning a ton. So make sure to get out there and catch as many Sableye as you possibly can. The next Pokemon in our list here is going to be Chimecha, which is going to award 1000 Stardust per catch. Following that, we're going to have Combee and Vespiquen. Combee is going to give you 750 Stardust, and Vespiquen is going to give you 950 Stardust. Following that, we're going to have Audino, which actually awards the most Stardust in the game. It's going to give you a total of 2100 Stardust for the base capture, which is insane. Following Audino, we're going to have Trubbish and Garbodor. Trubbish is going to give you 750 Stardust, and Garbodor is going to give you 950 Stardust. And then finally, our last two Pokemon here are going to be Foongus and Amoonguss. Foongus is going to give you 500 Stardust, and Amoonguss is going to give you 700 Stardust. So with that being said, to my knowledge, that is going to be every single Pokemon that will award you bonus Stardust for catching it in-game. If you ever see these Pokemon in the wild, obviously make sure to catch them. It's really just wasted Stardust if you don't. And once again, we do have a Alolan Meowth Spotlight Hour coming up, which I did tell you guys I would give you a few tips and tricks for that. So Alolan Meowth Spotlight Hour is going to be a 1-hour event from 6 to 7 p.m. your local time, once again on the 28th. I would recommend having at least 1 incense ready and 2 star pieces ready. If you don't have 2 star pieces, try to get yourself at least 1 star piece. Once again, the bonus Stardust with a star piece is going to be 1125. So that's a massive difference, and if you have the incense running, you're going to at least get 60 Alolan Meowth spawns, which is pretty awesome. So definitely make sure to take advantage of that. Obviously, go out and hunt as much as you can during that day. Make sure that you have enough Pokeballs, and if you're curious about more ways to earn Stardust in-game, check out this video right here. But before you go, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you all real soon in the next one.